Hollywood just lost a familiar face. But what most people didn't realize is that the battle had been happening quietly for months. At only 53, Eric Dane, the man fans knew as the confident McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy, passed away after a long fight with ALS. On screen, he looked unstoppable, yet behind the scenes, he was racing against time. Not for fame, but for his family. But the diagnosis didn't break him. It gave him a purpose. In April 2025, Eric revealed he had ALS, a progressive condition that slowly takes away muscle control. For many, that news would mean stepping away from work immediately. He did the opposite. He kept filming, kept showing up, and kept smiling in interviews even while admitting there were setbacks. He said being on set made him feel alive. More importantly, he had a goal. He wanted to stay long enough to see his daughters grow up, graduate, get married, maybe even meet his future grandkids. That dream became his motivation, and fans began to realize he wasn't just acting strong, he truly was. And that determination came from something deeply personal. Eric lost his own father when he was a child, and the thought of history repeating itself haunted him. In emotional conversations, he admitted anger and fear over possibly leaving his daughters too soon. Around the same time, reports said he and his wife Rebecca Gayheart grew close again during his illness, focusing entirely on family. For him, success and Hollywood suddenly meant less than simply being present at home. Every day became valuable. Yet while audiences saw confidence, he privately carried doubts for years. His role as Mark Sloan turned him into a global heartthrob. But Eric later confessed he never felt like the persona people projected onto him. The fame created pressure and insecurity, making him feel like he had to live up to an image that wasn't real. Reinventing himself in projects like Euphoria helped him reconnect with acting as a craft, not just an image. Even after his diagnosis, he returned to work, not to prove strength to Hollywood, but to prove to himself that he still could. But eventually, the illness progressed faster than hope. He was unable to attend an ALS charity event honoring him, and close friends shared that daily tasks had become extremely difficult. Still, he stayed surrounded by loved ones, choosing privacy over attention in his final weeks. On February 19th, with his family beside him, his journey came to an end. Eric Dane leaves behind more than famous characters. He leaves a story of resilience, a man admired for confidence who was actually fighting fear, a star